I want to bring you this right from the get-go. Carly Fiorina at a Ted Cruz campaign moments ago. Watch this.
You know, there are other people in our party who actually are kind of horrified by Donald Trump. I'm one of them. But here's the thing. We're not going to beat Donald Trump by having leaders in our party tisk-tisk over our voters. We're going to have to beat Donald Trump at the ballot box. And the only guy who can beat Donald Trump is Ted Cruz. You know, Tip O'Neill once said all politics are local. Actually, all politics are personal. People vote based on their own lives, their own despairs, their own disappointments, their own hopes, and their own dreams. And so we need a real conservative who will provide real conservative solutions in people's lives. That is the only way we beat Donald Trump.
That was moments ago in Florida. Clearly, Carly Fiorina out for Ted Cruz. Leslie Marshall is with us, and as always, Ashley Webster and Liz McDonald. Leslie, to you first.
Yes.
Could I interpret that gung-ho for Ted Cruz as she wants to be his vice president?
Absolutely.
You do?
Yes, and if you think that a woman is going to be on the other side, on the platform, and a lot of people say, I want a woman president, just not that woman, well, why not, if you're Ted Cruz, say, well, I have a woman, another woman, she'll be vice president, but in 4 to 8 years she could be president, and I think that's why she's going for that. And also her disdain for Donald Trump. She gets to,
but I think that translates to a disdain for the obviously majority of people who are voting for Donald Trump. She alienates all those people.
Yeah, she said Trump is part of the system. That's what Carly Fiorina said moments ago, that he is part of the establishment.
Well, she's obviously joined the non-Trump bandwagon. Anybody but Trump, she's on it. She's jumped on it. Now, I thought she was rather strident there.
Yeah? Yes, I thought she had a lot of
You're a Democrat. Of course you would agree with that. She was still strident. All right, Leslie, stay there. I've got a lot for you today. Look at the Dow Jones Industrial to Hillary Clinton's email scandal. DNC chair Debbie Wasserman-Schultz weighing in. Roll that tape.
Yes, it's gotten a little vulgar on the GOP side, but no one's facing the threat of indictment.
There's no one facing the threat of indictment on our side either, Megan. There's
an open DOJ and FBI investigation into Mrs. Clinton right now.
Right. Let's not be melodramatic.
How is that melodramatic? Those are the facts.
Well, predicting that there's someone who is facing indictment is definitely melodramatic.
There was no prediction.
Not a good idea, in my opinion, to say, don't be melodramatic to Megyn Kelly. Don't do that. Leslie Marshall, I think she was in a corner, Debbie Wasserman-Schultz. I think she's spinning. I think there is the threat of indictment hanging over Hillary Clinton, but she can't say otherwise, can she?
No, I don't agree with that. Actually, I don't think she answered that properly. And quite frankly, in her position, she really should have said there's an investigation. You know, we shouldn't speak on that. And we certainly are hopeful that all questions will be answered. And I don't believe an indictment will be put forth. Neither do I. I think that this was politically irresponsible, personally irresponsible, but that's not criminal negligence, and that does not warrant an indictment, and legal experts tend to agree with that.
But when you've got all these FBI investigations and we hear all about
That's normal, though. Remember, you have to have an investigation to get to a certain level to be able to subpoena people and to be able to question people under oath.
Nobody is under the threat of indictment. I mean, come on.
Well, there's three investigations right now.
Yeah.
Right, but she's not going to be indicted. I'll go to.
But that's another story. I mean, here the head of the Democratic Party sort of saying, "Oh no, don't be melodramatic."
She may not be indicted.
I mean, no, she's in a corner.
Investigations, and there have been numerous on politicians on both party sides, have not led to indictments historically.
Not for anything like this.
That could put our guys at risk.
Senator Bernie Sanders, he pulled off quite an upset in the Michigan primary last night. He won. Okay, it was a narrow victory over Hillary Clinton, but he won. What do you make of this?
Well, a few things. First of all, we can't necessarily believe the polls. I know pollsters are slapping themselves today. I mean, she had a double-digit lead, which means did they and are they getting it wrong in the states going forward? Bernie can sigh, breathe a sigh of relief. The South's behind him. He might do very well in California, the Pacific Northwest, and states like that. But right now, Hillary Clinton still has more than half of the delegates needed to be the nominee. She has more than double the delegates that he has. But what this showed me, and I was shocked at this, he did well in Dearborn, huge Muslim community, in Flint, with African Americans. He did much better. So quite frankly, I think that going forward, we're going to see a lot of Bernie supporters coming out and saying, this is our candidate, this is our guy, even though I'm a Hillary girl. I think they're going to fight to the bitter end. I do think Mrs. Clinton will be on that platform.
But he now has momentum, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
I
do agree with
that. That's for sure.
Yes.
Then there was Donald Trump. He took 3 more states last night. And now we're looking ahead to Florida and Ohio. That is next Tuesday. This is very, very important. Leslie, I've got polls out this morning which show Donald Trump. It's a CNN poll. Look at that. CNN. This is Florida. Trump 40, yes. Rubio 24. Now give me Ohio. We've got Trump 41, and we've got Kasich at 35. In both cases, key states, Trump leads the home guy. I mean, what do you say? Come on.
I say that I see the fat lady in the wings, and she's going to sing next week, I think.
What do you mean by that?
I think the game's over for everybody but Donald Trump. I mean, Donald Trump will be the Republican nominee. My fellow liberal Democrats laughed at me when I said, you watch this guy will be the nominee. I live in a state where Arnold Schwarzenegger was my governor. So I've seen it before, and I see it again, and I think that celebrity and this like reality show type campaign that he's running obviously is very appealing to voters. And let me tell you something, they will, all these people talking against him, they will come out and support him and vote for him. Well, they've done it before, and they will again.
You're on the left, I'm not, but I think you're agreeing with my premise, which is, if Donald Trump is not the Republican nominee, for whatever reason, he's aced out, if that happens, the Republican who is the nominee will not win. You agree?
I don't think the Republican nominee is going to win either way. I don't think the Republican nominee is going to win, especially if it's Donald Trump. So go, Donald, go. But then again, what poll can I believe?
You may regret that. You could regret that.
No. Donald Trump will not be our president. I have more faith in my fellow Americans than that.
I'm a fellow American now. You realize that?
I know. You love Donald?
I didn't say that. I said I'm a fellow American.
Right.
No,
there we go. Rational-minded Republicans different than, to me, some crazy Trump supporter.
I'm a very rational guy, okay? Next case. Trump, wins 3 more states. That was last